Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all well. This is another timeless pick-a-pile reading, and I hope this reading is reaching you at the right time and that it brings you the messages that are going to be helpful to you at this point in your journey. And now, those of you who are interested can pause the video and do the love pause. This is where we intentionally send some loving energy out into the universe. You can send the love with the intention that it reaches someone specific that you know is needing some love right now. You can send the love out without anyone specific in mind, just with the intention that it reaches somebody who needs it. You can make a self-loving affirmation if you think you're needing it right now. You can also just choose to say the 4 sentences that comprise the Ho'oponopono prayer. They are, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, and please forgive me. The purpose of the love pause is to create some positive ripples out in the world. We're all connected through spirit, so I strongly believe that loving energy sent out in any direction is a good thing for all of us. The love pause is optional, so pause the video if you're doing it, otherwise just keep watching because the pile selection slide is next, and I'll see you there. And here are the 3 piles that you can choose from. Each pile here is marked with a different crystal. Pile 1 is marked with Haematite, Pile 2 is marked with clear quartz, and Pile 3 is marked with rose quartz. Take your time looking at the piles and choose the pile or piles that you feel guided to. If you are guided to more than one pile, there may be messages for you in each pile that you're drawn to. These are general readings, so I think it's important to know that the messages in the pile or piles you choose might not resonate fully for you, but it's always my intention that if you're guided to a pile, you'll find something there that is useful to you. That might be an insight, a piece of wisdom, or the opportunity to see something from a new perspective. I will go through the readings in order, so you can watch the whole video, or if you just want to watch the reading for a particular pile, you can jump straight to it. There will be timestamps for each reading in the description box. The decks that I've used in this video will be listed on a slide at the end of the video. And that's it. I'll see you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, this is your reading. Your tarot card is the 10 of Wands, and this card is about someone who has been carrying a lot of burdens and responsibilities. So it is a tough energy. You haven't dropped your wands though, and you haven't let others down, and that takes tremendous strength of character. But it has been a tough journey for you, and it has taken a toll on you. The image on this card shows someone pulling a boulder uphill. And this might mean you've been physically or emotionally affected by the stress that you've endured. The other thing is that you've been carrying this boulder on your own without any support. You've really been through it, Pile 1. But the good news is that this is a number 10 card, so this uphill struggle that you've had is about to end. In the traditional tarot image, the person is close to their destination and they will soon be able to put down all the wands they've been carrying, and then they'll have a chance to rest and recover. In terms of the image on this card, maybe this boulder has got to where it was meant to get to, and now you can let go of the rope. The 2 oracle cards here are amazing, and actually the way the spread flows shows the heavy dark side on the left, and then everything gets lighter and brighter on the right. So things are moving in the right direction for you. And actually that process has already started because the first oracle card is titled Between Worlds. This is a gorgeous card and one of my favorite cards in this deck. So the flamingo in this image has 1 foot in the old world that was grey and bleak, and 1 foot in the new world, which is beautiful and vibrant. And looking at the flamingo, you are also beautiful and vibrant in this new world. Now on this side of the picture, the flamingo is wearing a crown, and there is the energy of joy and celebration shown by the presence of a hummingbird, and there are some little streamers in this background as well. So the crown is symbolizing enlightenment. And I've always seen this divide between the grey side and the colourful side as being someone crossing from life as a 3D experience to life as a 5D experience. So the grey bleak world is the 3D matrix, and it is heavy and dense. The 5D experience, on the other hand, is one where you have become someone who has successfully detached from the 3D matrix and can live a happy life where you can just attract in the experiences that are a vibrational match to your own energy. So this is so beautiful. Now the next card here is showing us this 5D experience of life in even greater detail. The card is titled Prosperity and has the keywords abundance and success. The image on the card is showing a magical destination, a fairy tale ending. The sparkling golden path that leads to this place is reminding me of the story of Dick Whittington, which is a story my children used to enjoy having read to them when they were quite little. So Dick is, as you know, was a poor boy in rural England who heard people say that in London the streets were paved with gold. He couldn't stop thinking about this, and then he decided that he would actually run away to London. So he got to London, and he very quickly discovered that the streets weren't actually paved with gold, and his life in London was pretty terrible. So at one point he decides that he give up, and he decides to leave London. But as he's leaving, he gets a message from the bells tolling, and they tell him to stop and turn back. And their words are, "Turn again, Whittington, Lord Mayor of London. Turn again, Whittington, thrice Mayor of London." And when I was reading this book to my children, it always struck me that this was a very spiritual message to pop up in a children's book, because the bells tolling and speaking to Dick, that was really about his spirit guides intervening and telling him not to leave London. And so anyway, in the story, Dick decides to trust the guidance, so he remains in London, and then his life changes profoundly after that. He ends up becoming a wealthy and successful man who does serve as the Mayor of London. So that story coming up for you, Pile 1, is telling me that there is a wonderful future that is fated for you, just as it was fated for Dick Whittington. The struggles of the past are part of the story, but you are at this turning point now, and soon those old struggles will just be memories, because you will be in this future that feels a lot more magical. You might have had similar guidance from your spirit guides not to give up, and that's why you've been able to keep going. And if that's the case, you will soon see where that guidance was leading you, and it was to something really good. Oh, and oh my goodness, I just noticed that the first and last card here both feature paths. So the first card is showing you the difficult, stony 3D path you have traveled in the past. And this last card here is showing you the magical golden 5D path you will be taking in the future. Wow, what a difference. And I'm just stunned by how perfectly the cards of this spread have come together to tell us this story. I think this might be one of the most magical spreads I've actually seen ever. Mind-blowing. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, what an incredible reading to start this Pick a Pile video with. This will be tough to beat, but I hope the other two readings are just as positive. All the best, Pile 1. If this was your reading, you're probably already seeing things improving, but I suspect you have no idea how much better things are going to get. And that's it. I'll be moving on to the Pile 2 reading next, but if you're leaving the video here and you liked this reading or found it helpful, please give the video a like or leave a comment. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. This looks like a very light-filled, positive spread, so it's giving me a really good feeling. But I'm not sure if it will be as good as the Pile 1 reading. Now, if you were drawn to the Pile 1 reading at all, you really should check it out. In fact, you may want to check it out anyway, because I was just amazed at how well this spread was telling the story, and it was actually a really good story as well. But anyway, your tarot card is the Four of Pentacles, and this card is actually showing me something I didn't quite pick up with the last pile, but this deck seems to have these cards where you what you see is the perspective of the character in the card, and I think that's really interesting. But in this image, apparently you're the squirrel at the top of this tree, and you've been squirreling away the nuts and acorns and pentacles. You've been preparing for winter, and you look well prepared. Now, I normally see this card as being someone who's being overcautious and frugal, but here in this spread, I'm honestly just seeing it as someone who has prepared for winter. You're someone who anticipates difficult times, and you plan for them and you prepare for them. And just like the squirrel, this means that you're more likely to get through those difficult times. Your preparedness gives you an advantage over all the other people around you. And when the winter arrives for the others, they will struggle much more than you will. And as I said before, I normally see this card differently, and I don't normally see it as a happy energy, but this time is different. In fact, we even have the Happy Happy card as an oracle card here. So that would be one of the most positive cards in this particular oracle deck. And we see this very happy young girl on this card. It makes me think of someone whose inner child is wonderfully happy. And this would be like the Sun card in tarot. So you're actually at a very happy place in your life. You're feeling carefree and you're enjoying life. The next oracle card is an interesting one because it's sort of changing the storyline into something a lot more spiritual. It's titled The Goddess of Dreams and has the keywords vision, intuition, and receptivity. This card is making me think about water sign energy because we're talking about intuitive and psychic abilities. So you might have water sign placements in your chart. So those are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And that's good. But I'm also looking at the Happy Happy card and the little girl in it, and she seems to have her eyes closed. So maybe it's some inner vision that's making her so happy. And maybe this is about how your inner child has this happy vision of what life should be like, and that is allowing you to manifest it into reality. And I'm also seeing that she has a star where her third eye chakra is and a star where her heart chakra is, indicating that those chakras are the most powerful chakras for you. They're powerful and they're active. And an open and active third eye chakra means that you have the gift of psychic sensitivity and psychic perception. And an open and active heart chakra means that your heart is open to giving and receiving love. And I'm reminded of the traditional Four of Pentacles image where we actually see a person with a pentacle in front of their chest, sort of blocking their heart chakra. And I think that's why the Four of Pentacles in this spread is different. You're not someone who is emotionally blocked off and worried about money. You're someone with an open heart chakra, and the energy of love flows easily through you. It's drawn into you and it's something that you willingly share with others. There's no fear here. I feel like you know you will always be loved and taken care of. So the pentacle stashing isn't really about that. But maybe it is just about your physical circumstances or financial circumstances. So maybe you're in a business where the earnings fluctuate. With that idea of preparing for winter, maybe it's a seasonal business where you make a lot of money for a while and then it dries up for a while. So this would mean that you have to put some money away so that you're less reliant on your income when you hit the off season. But it could also be something else that you're preparing for. Maybe you're saving up to pay for your child's education, or maybe you're saving up because you're planning to drop to working part-time, or you're planning for retirement. Maybe you're saving up to start a new business. Now, the Happy Happy chart is actually making me feel like this could be about saving up to invest in something that will make you really happy. So it might be about making your inner child's dream come true. And your inner child's dream might be anything. It might be to travel the world or to start some kind of hobby business. And you, the adult, are pentacle stashing so that you can afford to make this dream a reality. And I think I've got it here because that would make a lot of sense as to why the Goddess of Dreams card is here. So she's showing you how to make this dream come true through visions and intuitive guidance. And your inner child is receiving that information loud and clear. Oh, that's beautiful. And it looks like Project Happy Happy is underway, and that's great to see. What I really love here is the fact that you're totally on board with making your inner child happy, because I think so many people do the opposite, don't they? They say no to their inner child's dreams, and here you are saying yes. And that's so awesome, Pile 2. Well done. And I hope that Project Happy Happy is a huge success for you. So that's it for this reading. I'll be moving on to the Pile 3 reading next. But if you're leaving the video here and you liked this reading or found it useful, please give the video a like or leave a comment. Bye. Here we are, Pile 3, lucky last. And I'm seeing a lot of luck in this spread, so I think we might have managed a trifecta here in this video because the other two piles were really great readings too. I do like it when they're positive readings, so this is nice. Now, even if you weren't drawn to those piles, you might want to check them out because the feel-good factor was pretty good with both of those, and you might just like to soak up the positive vibes even if they're not actually your reading. Now, your pile of lucky energy is here straight away because we have the Ace of Pentacles as your tarot card. Now, this is normally about a new opportunity in the material world or some kind of windfall. And there's a goldfish in this card, which is also a symbol of luck and abundance. And then we even have the serendipity card next with a giant 4-leaf clover on it. And it's so big it's pulling this little fairy up into the air. So yeah, there are a lot of symbols here indicating that you're heading for a period of really good luck and it's going to be life-changing. It's going to lift you up off the ground really where you are and transport you into a different experience. Now the Ace of Pentacles card features cherry blossoms, and that's making me think of Japan and springtime. So who knows, maybe you're going to Japan in the springtime. We do have the energy of someone being lifted off the ground and taken somewhere else. So maybe that is, taking a flight. Now cherry blossoms themselves are seen as symbols of transience, of the transience of beauty and cycles of rebirth and regeneration. And the 4-leaf clover here is making me think of Ireland and shamrocks. And so Ireland might also be relevant. When I Googled shamrocks, it came up that obviously they're also symbols of luck and abundance, but they're also symbols of the rebirth of springtime. So while I was half joking before, I think that yes, something good is happening and it could well be happening in springtime. And of course, spring is going to depend on where you are in the world. So here in Australia, spring is around now. I tend to think of September as spring, but obviously spring would technically start with the Libra equinox, I guess. So it's not quite yet. And then Japan and Ireland, the two countries that have come up here, are both in the Northern Hemisphere. So it could also be that it's the Northern Hemisphere spring that we're talking about. And that would be 6 months from now. So potential timings, I don't know, maybe depending where you are. I know I just got, obviously spring might not be talking about timing at all. It might just be saying that this is a time of rebirth and renewal and new cycles beginning. So it's just, the springtime in your life, so to speak. And that would definitely fit with the Ace of Pentacles being here. Now the last card here is titled Connections with the keywords partnership, contract and commitment. This new lucky change in circumstances is going to mean someone new coming into your life, and it's someone that you're going to bond with over crystals. Yes, I'm kidding. I just didn't know why the crystals were here in this card. But, green crystals, the green 4-leaf clover. So maybe this is all about the heart chakra, really. And just looking at these crystals, I was thinking green crystals was making me think of jade, but I don't think jade looks like this because this looks like a quartz type formation. And I don't think jade is a quartz crystal. And I'm just going to Google that. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay, so I just Googled green quartz and it does exist, and it it represents abundance, prosperity and success, as well as it being a heart chakra stone. So yes, heart chakra comes up, and that brings in themes around healing and wholeness. So wow, this sounds like it's going to be a really great connection. And I'm just getting this 2 of Cups vibe where we're talking about people who are soulmates and will be best friends. So you're both going to be very good for each other. And in this connection, you will find love and understanding. You will help each other heal, and it looks like you will bring great good fortune into each other's lives. You'll be very lucky for each other. So yes, big wow. Now this might be, obviously it could be a romantic partnership, but it could also be a business one. But either way, it's going to be a special relationship. I just get best friends kind of energy here. And the word serendipity is reminding me of a movie I watched when I was young. I don't think it was the best movie, but it was a rom-com, and it had, I think, Kate Beckinsale and John Cusack. And because I think she was British and he's obviously American. And I think that's another suggestion of people from different countries. And again, these are 2 Northern Hemisphere countries. So this partnership might be bringing together 2 people who are from different countries or different cultural backgrounds. The word serendipity makes me think of something wonderful that is completely unexpected, a happy random accident really. And I just got that sense of 2 people who might look back in 20 years' time and think, wow, we've got something here that is so incredible. Can you imagine if we'd never met? And then the idea of a life where they didn't know each other would just remind them of how lackluster their lives were before they met. And now I'm thinking of the energies of the Wheel of Fortune card, fate and divine timing. I think there might be something about how these two people meet that is very random, and it will mean that they will always reflect on how fortuitous it was that they met at all, because they had to both be in the right place at the right time to meet, and then they both had to be at a point in their lives where they could make something happen and create something together. Oh, incredible stuff. This was a really cool reading as well, pile 3. So yes, we did get the trifecta of 3 really great readings. If you do watch them all, then, have a vote in the comment section about which reading was the most positive, I suppose. For me, it's a tough call. I'm thinking it might be a tie between pile 1 and pile 3, but pile 2 was a bit of a work in progress, so we didn't really see how good that could get. I think I'll just say they're all really great readings, and you'd happily claim any of them, wouldn't you? So okay, this is the last reading for this video. If you enjoyed the reading or found it helpful, please give the video a like or leave a comment before you go. Thank you. Bye. All right, here we are at the end of the video. As promised, these are the decks that I used for the video. The tarot deck is the Tarot of Oneness, and the 2 oracle decks were the Wisdom of the Oracle and the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Thanks. And finally, I would like to thank you for supporting my work by watching this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please show your support by hitting the like button or by making a comment. Please share the video if you think it might be interesting to others. If you would like to see more of my work, you can be notified of future uploads if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button. And you can check out some of the videos that are already uploaded if you're interested. If you would like to support me on Facebook, this little thumbnail image here is of my Facebook blog page. And finally, thank you to everyone who is subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to me to have your support. Thank you all for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again in another video. Bye.